I'm nervous. Hey y'all, can y'all hear me? Hi. Happy Wednesday. What is the audio like, you guys? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. I see people are here. I need somebody to comment. Is it doing that weird speed thing again? Hmm. I'm like, can I see my own? What is happening? Like, literally, what is going on? Good evening. Hi. We've got one. Hey, y'all. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi. 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 I'm so glad you guys are here. Y'all, I've been stressed out. So, if you guys were here for last week's community time, I was having some issues with my live stream and I have no idea why. I've told you guys before how I do the same thing every time I set up my live stream. Previously, I've had some issues with my audio and I was using an external microphone, so I just haven't even been using that anymore. Excuse me. Last week, my live stream was doing this weird thing where it was like just speeding up. And like the week before that, it was doing this weird like clicky thing. I don't know what was going on. So I do use like a streaming platform in order to have like all this cute stuff. Like I'm so confused. I wonder if I change this, if it'll change it on here. Let's see. Father, as we gather here today on this platform of the Beauty and Brains community time, we come before you with gratitude and open hearts. We recognize the power of community, connection, and the exchange of wisdom, and we seek your guidance and blessings for this gathering. We thank you for bringing us together and ask that you may grant us the wisdom to be kind and compassionate mentors to one another, to uplift and support our fellow community members in their pursuits, and to celebrate their successes as if they were our own. In times of doubt or uncertainty, may the Beauty and Brains community time be a place of solace and encouragement, a reminder that we are not alone in our journeys. We ask for your protection over this community, both online and offline, and may it thrive, grow, and make a positive impact on the lives of all of those who participate. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. Hi. Hi. We're in business, y'all. We are in business. So I'm not doing this streaming the way that I normally do it. So I can't put you all's comments on the screen, which I hate. Like, I love being able to see y'all comments, but at least we have the border. We're able to do it on our camera. You guys can hear me. And I was able to play the video. So that's good. I literally don't know what's going on with my live stream. Like I don't know. It's stressing me out, but oh, okay. I'm alive. Let me put my thing on do not disturb. I'm glad that we're at least able to have community time because we have not been able to really talk and whatever. I don't even have my tea, y'all. I don't even have my tea. And I would love some tea right now. But I would love to know where you are listening from. Definitely comment. Let me know what is going on, girls. And I want to know who's in their tea bag. Please give me all of the updates. There are a lot of you in the community who have some updates to share with us. So please share with me all the good news as I share with you guys my verse of the day, and then I'll get into my community updates for my personal self. So my verse of the day is Exodus 33:13, and it reads, "If it is true that you look favorably on me, let me know your ways so that I may understand you more fully and continue to enjoy your favor. Remember that this nation is your very own people." I've talked to you guys a few times about how I have been doing a morning devotional. And one of the things that I have just really been praying on is experiencing child. I'm like, is this thing doing something weird? I'm trying to make sure this thing ain't doing weird. Um, anyway, I want the Lord's favor at all time. And I want to be able to, like I always say, like know him and understand him. That way when I'm praying to him and I'm worshiping, it's not always like, gimme, gimme, gimme. You know what I'm saying? It's like, thank you for who you are and all that you've done. So, anyway, that is my verse of the day. Let me go ahead and get into my community updates. I actually don't have a lot. I told you guys before that I have started working on the hill. So, I think that's going to be in the vlog after next. Um, Especially since I've had this issue here, I do think that I am going to skip next week community time. Don't be mad at me. But yeah, last week and then now this I need a second. I need a moment to get my life together. I plan on filming my podcast episode this week, and that should go up on Sunday. And I think I'm going to put up a vlog instead on Wednesday. No, I'm lying. There's going to be a vlog this Wednesday. There's going to be a vlog, rewind, restart. There's going to be a vlog this Sunday. There's going to be a vlog. Let me look at my calendar, child. Child, let me look at my calendar. It's going to be a vlog this Sunday. There's going to be a vlog next Wednesday for community time. And then the next Sunday will be the podcast. That is the order of operations. That's what I plan to do. Because yeah, I just need to get my life together, but we're going to talk about it on the podcast side. Thank you all. Did I say podcast? Anyway, where are you guys listening from? All I see are heys. I mean, hey, but like, what's up? What's good? I really want my tea, y'all. But I was spending the entire hour and 15 minutes from when I got back home from work trying to make sure that the tech was okay. And although the tech is like working, it's not working the way it normally does. So I'm just a little bit frazzled, but I'm grateful to be here and I'm grateful that you guys are here. Okay, we got Brianna from Virginia in the house. We got Eric from Atlanta and Pre-Brown Eyes, period, from Chicago. Thank you so much, Whitley, who says she loves my vlogs. I feel so like I want to put your comments on the screen. I'm not, beggars can't be choosers. Literally, beggars can't be choosers. I'm just happy that y'all are here. Happy that y'all can see me. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. Because sometimes I'll be like, hello, is this thing on? Like, am I talking to myself? Okay, so I had started working on the hill. My next vlog, I'm going to show you guys my trip to Alabama. And then I think it's going to be my first week of work. But what? Okay, so I'm working on the hill and it's new. I've only been doing it for a week and some change. Last week, I only was there for a day, so I didn't really feel like talking about it during community time. But as I mentioned, it's much different than like working for the foundation because when I was conducting research for the foundation, I was hybrid and now I have to go into on the hill. I have to go into the hill and I take the metro there. So I have to wake up early and I have to drive, like get the metro there or whatever. I have to take two metros. And I like haven't taken public transportation. Like, you know what I'm saying? I drive all the time. Like even when I was in college in Atlanta, like I had my car the first time. So to not be able to have my car, it definitely is a different morning routine. And I'm going to talk about this, I think, in a future podcast episode. But not only is it a different morning routine, but I'm also trying to like have my devotional, and I'm also trying to like make sure that I'm just like being more disciplined and waking up early and like eating healthy and going to the gym. And so, excuse me, I don't know why I'm burping because I'm actually starving. I haven't eaten dinner yet. But yeah, that's what I've just been up to. And so just trying to figure out that schedule and then also getting used to like I basically am trying to create this 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5, even though it's 9 to 6, which is ghetto. And now that I have a commute, when I get home, it was 6:45. I'm like, y'all know, if y'all watch the vlogs, like I'll be done writing some days, of course, I'll be writing late into the evening, or I'll stop at 4 or 5, like whenever. And when I did go into the office, we were there from 9 to 5. And a lot of days we would leave early, we would go for lunch, like it was no big deal. But this time, 9 to 6, and I get home at 6:45, like, so I'm a little bit, tired. I do have to talk to a lot of people. It's a lot of human interaction. It's much different, but I will talk to you guys more about that in an upcoming vlog and things. I just wanted to update you guys on that. Um, the only other thing that I really want to talk to you guys about today, which is pretty serious, this right here, y'all. Okay, so if you all were there when I gave you guys kind of like my TBR for March, I said that this is basically going to be the main only book that I'm going to read in the month of March, because I figured it would take me a really long time to get through it because it's so thick. And the audio book for it is like 20 hours, I believe. So I was like, yeah, it's going to take me a long time to get through this. Like, this is going to be the only book that I have on my TBR for March. It's like 500 pages. I love this book so far. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm almost done. I have like an hour and a half left. And so I mentioned to you guys about how there's this app called Libby, which is like your public library app, and you can borrow audiobooks and ebooks. And so I didn't originally have this on my TBR, but I put a hold on it just to see, like, oh, instead of me having to purchase an audiobook and the physical book, because you guys know I have an Audible subscription, and it's like it's not a lot of, I didn't notice the money, but I'm like, I should probably try and find a way to like limit the amount of money that I'm spending on books, because I'm basically purchasing the books twice. I'm purchasing the hard copy, and I'm also purchasing the audiobook because I really like to read and listen to the books at the same time. Anyway, so I ended up getting the audiobook for this for free. But the thing about Libby is that it gives you, like, it's like a library book. Like, you have to return it after a certain amount of time, even though it's virtual. So when I got off of the wait list and I got the book, I was like, okay, drop everything. I'm about to purchase the book and read it. By the time I got the book, I think I had like 18 days. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this book in 18 days. Like, that's kind of fast or something. Well, child, I'm about to do it. I think I have like 2 days or three. I have enough days because I'm finishing this tonight. Okay, so thank you to anybody and everybody who recommended this book to me. I'm really, really enjoying it. The audiobook is actually really good. I love it. And yeah, now the end of this book, let me tell you guys, I don't know what to talk about without giving spoilers, because I feel like the first half of the book is so different than the last half of the book. Well, not so different, but I feel like there's a lot of spoilers if I talk about what I think about kind of anything and everything. But I love it. I love a good fantasy. And I had really bad cramps on Saturday to where I was in the bed all day. And that's what really, I probably read like 10 hours, because I would read and then I would fall asleep. Then I would wake up and I would pop a pill and I would read and I would fall asleep. So yeah, I just love a good book. I just commented on, or responded to a comment from one of you double majors, and you were asking me how did I get back into reading. And I was like, you have to find one good book that you like, especially if it's in a genre that you love. And if you don't know a genre that you love, think about when you used to read books, or try something new. And if you don't like it, don't be afraid to stop reading the book and then try something new. And so the reason why I was excited about this is because as I was kind of just reviewing the books that I read last year and my scoring for them, my rating, I think I rated the Hunger Games, the Snake and the Songbird, I think I rated maybe a 4, maybe 4.5. But then when I look back on it, I was like, actually, that was a 5-star read. It wasn't that long. It was really, like it was entertaining. Like, I kept wanting to read it. It was good. It was a good book. Like, okay, here's my tiers. If the book is really, really good, I really want to listen and read the book physically at the same time. But if the audiobook is really good, maybe I'll be okay with just listening to it. But like, it's like listening and reading it at the same time as like here. Then if it's really, really good, okay, listening to it. If it's really good, I can read it without listening to it and like still like get through chapters. Um yeah, you get what I'm saying. And so this, like I said, the audiobook for this is really good. I was working on like again trying to figure out how I'm gonna utilize my time on the metro. And because y'all know I'm not a really big music person. I don't really like to listen to music, and especially like with all that time, like about an hour probably or some change I'm going to end up spending every day. And I need to get back into listening to podcasts. I think the thing is that I really got into watching podcasts, like video podcasts. And I guess I could still watch podcasts on like YouTube while I'm, you know, in transportation, because the music thing, it's like, anyway, I say that to say that like reading on the train, I'm not loving it because I have to do a transfer. And so, and this book is like really big. It's not that big, but like it takes up space, like in my little tote bag, and like it's heavy. So I would like have it in my hand, and then sometimes I have to stand, and then like would be listening to it, and then I'm like not paying attention, so then I have to pause it. So I was like, I don't know if I love the reading and train thing together. And so sometimes I was just listening to it while I was like walking from home or in the train. And I was like, oh, I actually really enjoy just listening to this as well. But I mostly love reading it and listening. So yeah, that's just my little book update. I'm loving this book. And I was basically saying about the Hunger Games that that was a fantasy, that like Hunger Games is fantasy. And I was like, I loved this. I love how I was like, in another world, and I had to like use my imagination, and it felt like very otherworldly. Currently right now my fire stick TV remote like isn't working. I have no idea why. And so I really can't use my television. I need to get a new one. It's on my to-do list, whatever. So the only way that I can use my television right now is if I um go on YouTube and I do like, what do you call it? Like when you stream your YouTube like from your phone, which I do every now and then. So yeah, I if I want to like watch entertainment, I can probably like watch Hulu or Netflix on my laptop, but I haven't done that in a while. Like usually if I'm on the couch, I watch Hulu, Netflix. You guys know right now I'm currently like rewatching. Um yes, I do have an app. Thank you, Jessica, the Fire Stick remote app, but for some reason, I don't know if y'all can see it. I have it. Look, I just downloaded it. It's right there. I have it, but for some reason it just like doesn't work. It's like it won't recognize um this particular Fire Stick. Like it's asking for me to, oh, don't you hate it when people want to show out in front of company? Now it wants to work. Because at first it was asking for me a pin. Watch NCAA March Madness live. Yeah, now it's working. Okay, be quiet. Okay, it's working now. So maybe I'll watch some TV tonight. But I was saying that I was watching Scandal. I was rewatching it. I was getting a little bit bored because I'm on like season 4 or maybe like 5 or 7. And yeah, thank you so much, Jessica. I don't know why I decided to work. It whatever. Listen, nothing is working for me. Technology is being very strange, but I'm just gonna take it as I can, and I'm just happy that we all here together. Um, but anyway, back to my book. I love the fantasy, and I love the otherworldness. And so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 5-star read for me. I only have, like I said, an hour left. So I don't know how else to give this book review without spoiling it, but I definitely am going to read more fantasy. I actually have a few more books that's on my list. Oh, I keep saying that I'm going to show you guys my Notion, but child, again, we are going to take what we can right now from the technology, and I'm not even going to try and do a share screen. But I have two of them. One, I believe both of them are actually Black fantasies. So I'm excited about that. And I'm also excited because this is a series and the second book is already out. And a lot of people say that after they finish the first book, they immediately started the second one. So we'll see how I feel. But because I have about, a week or a week and some change in the month, I'm going to try and read Legacy, which was on my February TBR, but I just kept bumping it because I didn't want two self help books or, like whatever books or memoir back to back. I feel like I'm not going to want to read a memoir after reading this fantasy. I feel like I may want to continue the fantasy, or I may want to do a romance next. Um, but anyway, that's my book update. I am loving this. Yes, Legendborn. That is the one. Thank you so much, Nicole. That is on my list. Um, that is on my list. That's exactly it. It's a fantasy written by a Black woman. Y'all know I love reading from Black authors. So they're hitting you with an ad. Oh yes, I do. Oh wait, Save Not Soft. No, no, I was thinking of Soft Life Through Christ. No, I haven't heard of Saved Not Soft. um, thank you for that podcast recommendation. What other podcast recommendations do you guys have for me? Because I need one for like I need five of them, like one for every day of the week. People who like come out every week, as I come out once a month. But we're gonna talk about it in the next podcast episode because yeah, I gotta get into some things. I really wish I had my teas. Anybody drinking tea tonight? What tea are you guys drinking? And do we have any community updates? Anything that we can be your community cheerleaders on? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm so tired. Um, yeah, having these full days and then coming and doing community time. But I will say I appreciate doing it at 8 p.m. now because getting home at 6:45, if I had to like rush and sit down and do this at 7, I think that I would be a little bit too tired. Only for the week. Let's see. Only for the week. Natasha Bishop. Let's see. Let's see. What is this book about? I've actually never heard of this book. So to answer your question, no, it's not on my TBR. I haven't heard of this, surprisingly. Is this a romance? What kind of book is this? African American romance. Period. Period. Okay. 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 We love to see it. We love to see it. Um, I have not heard of that, but thank you so much, Marina. I will add that to my watch list. I'll do some research and then I'll see if I want to add it to my TBR. Lemon Ginger. Okay, is that a book or is that a podcast? Let's look it up. Y'all, I'm so hungry. I'm about to have what is it called? Oh, lemon ginger. I'm so embarrassed. It's because I asked y'all like 3 questions at once. I was like, what podcast? What book? What tea? So I was like, lemon ginger. Is that a book or is that a? I'm guessing now that that's a tea. You're drinking lemon ginger tea. That's amazing. Katina says that you are almost done with this semester. 2 more semesters after this one. Hey, one semester at a time. Proud of you. You're almost done. Really? In March? I guess you guys are like done in, yeah. Is it like, are you guys done with spring break already? Only for the week is a little spicy. Tea. That's not, let me tell you about Fourth Wing. Why is there like 4, 5, 6, 7 page sex scenes? I'm like, okay, we get it. I just think it's random because I literally was like halfway through the book. And I love a good love triangle. I love a good. Oh, I can't wait to finish this tonight. Like I'm about to eat this up. I'm so excited. I feel like this is the kind of book where I would reread it. Like it's long. If I wasn't, if I didn't want to read multiple books, like you guys know, it's my goal to read 12 books in a year or this year, which is not a like really lofty goal, but seeming as though I just started reading again last year. And I think I read like 5 books or whatever, but I like started in July or maybe August. And so obviously that's 1 book a month. We are in March and this is my 5th book. So we're a little bit ahead. Anyway, if I wasn't trying to like reach this milestone, I would maybe like reread the whole thing. Because I feel like I was trying to read it fast because I was so afraid that I was going to read it too slow because I was going to have to give back the audiobook. But and the audiobook is so good. Like the voice actress, she ate it up because like there's like this whole thing where I'm like, how can I explain it? Basically, in this dystopian society, there is I feel like this is always the basis of everything. Like there's a war going on in this society, and the children have to go off into these different, whatever. I really feel like a lot of stuff starts off this way. Like Hunger Games does, Divergent does, like whatever, all these kind of things. And so there you can either basically sign up to be what they call like writers, and they call these different like sections that you go into after adulthood. So like you either like go to college basically, but there's like different colleges that you can go to. So you either go to writers quadrant, which is basically like the military. You are training to be like in the military for the country, but it's seen with a lot of respect and honor. It's also like a very deadly process because you have to go through all of like the like basically you have to go through training, but it's like college. So you have like all these tests and things, and the fantasy part of it is that they currently are in a war. A big part of this is that like when you like in order to go from like a freshman to a sophomore, I'm probably explaining this horribly. Like if anybody else has read this book, like please help me out in the comments. In order to go from like a freshman to a sophomore, you basically have to, what do they call it, bond with a dragon, right? So they have dragons, and like there's like one person per dragon. Everybody doesn't get a dragon, everybody can't, like whatever, you can be the best, whatever, all these things. And then when you pair with the dragon, it gives you like special powers. Like the powers are special to you. So there's like all these different layers that just like whatever. So you have and then the main character, she is the daughter of the general. And so she was originally supposed to go into the scribe quadrant, which is the college for basically like historians. So people who like write history. And so her mother was a writer, and she has a dragon, and her father was a scribe. She had an older brother and an older sister. Both of them were writers, but she was training to be a scribe. Her father ended up passing away, and her mother was like, psych, you ain't gonna be a scribe, you're gonna be a writer, so you need to like get ready because you're about to go to war college. But she's like frail and she's small, and so it's kind of just like she's the underdog. It's like against all odds that she is it's basically like a death sentence for her to go into the writers quadrant because like she's not built to be in the military. And so the whole story, or like the beginning of the story, is basically just like day by day, like how is she going to survive, because you have these people like battling each other and like combat and all these things. It's like every single step of the way is the point is to eliminate the weak, and people are killing each other. And so it's like she's trying to like stay alive, and she ends up on top anyway. Then it ends up being like this love situation in the middle of it. And I'm like, okay, because I love so I love a little whatever. And so she had two options. And for half the book, it was giving very much so like, can we get something other than he brushed across my hand? Like, are y'all in love or not? Like, who's going to confess their love for my girl Violet? Like, who's it going to be? Can we please move forward? Then all of a sudden, it was like, I said, oh, whoa, everybody, let's calm down. Like it just came out of nowhere, I feel like. So anyway, I'm just happily in my book land because I haven't been able to watch TV, and I've been okay with it. Lamb chops. Did I finish my sentence earlier? I'm hungry because I'm about to cook lamb chops for dinner. Okay, guys. That's really all I have to talk about today. I was not able to put up my questionnaires on Instagram, so I don't know what's going on in the world. Oh, we could talk about Beyonce. We could talk about Beyonce, because spill the tea. Beyonce's um country. Well, actually, Beyonce's Act 2 album called Cowboy Carter, which she has officially declared is not a country album, but is a Beyonce album, comes out next Friday. I'm super excited. We talked about this. We are all kind of feeling like we are excited for just what she's going to create and the fact that she wants to take back country music. But I don't quite know if I am going to like the country, but I'm going to give it a fair chance because I love Beyonce. So that's how I feel. Um, I feel like I'm going all over the place. I'm jumping around. But to answer your question, Nicole, I don't mind spicy as long as it's like not too much. But I love romance and I kind of expect it in romance. Um, so ooh, had to skip the spice. I never even thought about that. Like, let me just read through. I'd be feeling like I'm gonna miss out on details. I guess I could just like skip. Genius. Whitley, you're not drinking tea tonight. I'm heavy on the coffee setting for your last midterm tomorrow. OMG. Coffee this late? I had to stop. Y'all know I have like a hard caffeine deadline or else I won't go to sleep. And I actually feel like a little zooted right now because I normally don't drink a full thing of coffee and I didn't drink my full one, but I woke up in the middle of the night and I was reading my book and I was like, let me put this book down because I will finish it and then whatever. Again, I'm really still trying to find the balance between having my disciplined nighttime routine. That way I can have my disciplined morning time routine. Sometimes I go to sleep on time, then I don't want to wake up on time. Sometimes I don't go to sleep on time, but I still want to wake up on time. So then I'm like, I'm really tired or like whatever. I'm just really trying to figure it out. So today I needed the coffee and I wanted to make sure that I stopped so I could go to sleep because I need a full night's sleep tonight so I can have a good nighttime routine so I can have a good morning routine. I have not read Octavia Butler's Parable of the Sower and Talents. I have not. And surprisingly, I actually haven't heard of that. What is it? Parable of the Sower and Talents? Oh, these are two different books. Parable of the Sower is one. And is it Talents by Octavia? Oh, Parable of the Talents and then Parable of the Sower. What is the main message of the parable of the sower? It is a growth parable. A man went out to sow grain. Oh, just talking about the Bible. Okay. Parable of the Sower, 1993 speculative fiction novel by American writer Octavia Butler. It's set in a why can't I say that word? Apocalyptic Earth, heavily affected by climate change and social inequality. Okay, interesting. Mm, I feel like books should be timeless, right? So even though it was written in 1993, and then Parable of the Talents was written in 1998, which is a science fiction novel. Oh, it's a second in a series, a sequel to the Parable of the Sower. Hmm. Has anybody else read that book or those books? I actually have not. Oh, it's like black sci-fi. Oh, I can see. I can see. Okay. Right, because it's set in the future. Okay. I'll think about it. If they have an audiobook for it, then I'll think about it. Yes, Nicole, I do always listen and read it at the same time. It really helps with my attention span. I think it just helps with my senses. It helps me just like, it's like when you are watching a TV show, but you're also like reading the captions. That's what it feels like. Whereas sometimes, like, if you do it without it, like, yeah, of course you can watch TV without reading the captions. But like, once you do it, it's really hard to go back because it's like I can't hear and you're like yes you can, like you can hear just fine, but like you need the captions. That's how it is, where it just like when I hear it and I can see it at the same time, it just does something for my brain. It really helps me with my focus. That's why I was saying, I'm like, I don't know, sometimes it be giving ADHD, y'all. But we know with the internet, it's really easy to self-diagnose yourself. And y'all told me that I don't have it. So I believe y'all, but it gives ADHD. It helps me stay focused when I'm reading. And that's another one of my tips for anybody who's new to reading. Like maybe start off with audiobooks. And if you can, try and do like an audio and a physical book at the same time to like really keep you interested. Because I really feel like it helps you immerse yourself in the world. Okay, Kayla, I hear you. If these are classics, I do want to read some classics. I also thought I was going to read, I believe it was Homegoing. Um, I need to make sure that I have that on my Audible. But I already bought, um, what is that thing called? Oh, you know what else I'm about to read randomly? The Accidental Diva by Tia Williams. So the thing doesn't even look that pretty. This is what it looks like on Audible. And so the reason why I'm going to read this book is because so Tia Williams is the one who wrote that book that I just finished that I loved, right? Let me check. Yes. If it's the same one, this could be a whole different one. But the 7 Days in June author, Tia Williams, she wrote this book, I believe, called The Accidental Diva. And I think I was just looking at other books to purchase or to hold or like to reserve on Libby. And then I saw The Accidental Diva. So I ended up ordering it. I want y'all to see the cover because this is what the cover looks like. Which this looks like a Tia Williams book because all her stuff looks like this. See? So I ended up putting this on hold and then I realized, yeah, same author, exactly. I don't know why the other one looks like that. That one looks weird. But I realized that, yeah, it's her first novel, that this is actually an audio, like not an audio book. What is this called? An ebook. This is an ebook. And then I saw on Audible that this book is free. So I was like, oh, I think I did my research at the time and I was like, why is it? And I'm like, okay, it's because it's her first novel. But hey, 7 Days in June was good. Like the same girl may not be as good, but it should be good. So I'm like, I might as well read it for the free ski. So what I think I'm gonna do is this is going to be probably like my transit book. So I can listen to it on Audible and read it virtually on Libby. And so I'll be reading this book while I'm also reading Legacy since that's like a memoir. So I can still have a little bit of fun. That's my idea. I don't know. I don't think I've ever actually read have I ever read an ebook before? I think I have. Um, we'll see if I like it, but it's free. So why not give it a chance? Why not? Let's see how many hours this is. It's 5 hours, so it may last me about a week going back and forth reading it. Anywho, those are all my updates. Um, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say. I'm ready to eat dinner now. I have to cook it, so it's gonna take like an hour. But oh yeah, I didn't even think about reading the description. Sometimes, when you know that the who the author is, you're just like, yeah, like I'll try it. It was free. It's really because it was free. Like a free audiobook and a free like ebook at the same time. I was like, why not? Like literally, why not? And then maybe I'll start to buy because my problem is I don't actually have a bookshelf. Like I actually don't have space for my books, but I love the physical copies. I should probably donate them, but I would love to like resell them and to get a couple of dollars back. I don't even know where to do that at. But then I also like want to keep it. Like I want to reread this book. Like I don't know where my original Hunger Games books are because when my parents like, moved and stuff, but I wish I still had them. Anywho, um, are you guys excited about Cowboy Carter? I know I'm going all over the place. And I'm trying to think what else is going on. Is it a mop or flop? Comment down below. Is Cowboy Carter a mop or flop? Before, like the visuals, the vibes. Do we like it? Are we excited about it? Mop means we spilled the tea, but we just go mop it up because we're okay with it. Or is it a flop? Like Now, Beyonce, you know what I was wondering? I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of it. I'm like so afraid to try and do this because I think that it's going to be weird, but um the sound on TikTok. What is it? Like the same text is it going viral? I've been on TikTok a little bit and I don't feel like I saw it a lot. Um or I heard it a lot. I'm going to try and screen share because I want to show you guys what I think is really cool, like her visuals and stuff. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. See what's going to work. A-O. Isn't that weird? Wait a minute. I think you guys can see it. No. This thing is so strange. Okay, if I go like this, you guys can see it. Is that? But I can't see your comments. This is so weird. Okay, I'll take what I can get. So this is so fire. Excuse me. She's so like retouched right here, but like this is so fire. And I feel like this is just really good branding because I love how all of them. I wonder if the rock and roll one, if that's what she's going to do for the third one, if that's also going to be on a horse, because obviously, like the cowboy one makes sense for her to be on the horse, but Renaissance, if we think about it, it kind of didn't, but she like made it work. Like she was still wearing the country hats, and she was still like on the horse, and so I would love to see like I don't know. I love how it's like different but the same. Like you can tell that it's like a cohesive thing. Like I really love this. I just think this is like just it looks really good. And I also am really big on branding. So I love how like somebody can wear a banner that says like Cowboy Carter and wear like red, white, and blue and like a cowboy hat and we will know that they're going as like Beyonce. You know, I always think about that like for Halloween. Like, is it really a costume if you can't like recreate it? I'm gonna try and look at y'all comments to see if y'all can see what I see. I think that she represented Texas rodeos. Rodeos? I don't know about that. Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry, y'all. I've got to go because I need to eat. Oh, this is from the gold party. But I want to show you guys this one. I was like, ooh, oh, this must be for the limited edition, but I don't really like, excuse me. I wonder why, like, even her hair like this doesn't give cowboy. So it's like, why is she doing this? And then also, I was curious, does anybody know why she spelled her name Beyonce like this? I know that I believe her mother's maiden name is Beyonce, and it's like this, right? But I'm like, why would she put that? Like, why did she do it? Not why would she, but like, why did she? Because everything is on purpose. So the fact that she has like these sashes and they're like, different, like Cowboy Carter, Act Two. But I wonder why she put it as Beyonce like that? Does anybody know? That's how her mom's family spelled it originally, but they messed it up on the birth certificate. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that part about them messing it up on the birth certificate. So is she taking back the original spelling of her name? Because like, is that what's happening? I'm confused. Why do y'all think she has these tribal braids in with the beads? She's taking back what's hers. Period. And then why is she smoking a cigar? Like, this picture is confusing to me because they're so like everything has a reason. Like, why is she naked? Why is she in tribal braids with beads? Why is she smoking a cigar? Why does she just have on a sash? Why is it Beyonce but spelled like her mother's maiden name? Like, what? I'm just so confused. But I still think it's a beautiful picture. Um, oh, child. Okay. Anywho, y'all, that's it. I ain't want nothing. That's all I really wanted to talk about today. That I'm excited for the album. Can't wait to listen to it. I'm gonna finish the book and right, so many unanswered questions. Maybe we'll learn when we listen to the album. I will keep you guys updated on the Accidental Diva, if that's actually a good book when I switch over to that, as well as the Legacy, because I'll probably have read both of those by time, not finished them, but I'll probably have started them by time we meet up. Because, mind you, again, just to close out, there will be no community time next week. You're going to get vlogs 2 times back to back, and then you're going to get a podcast, and then the next community time will be the first Wednesday in April. I can't believe we're in April already, you guys. We've been doing this since November. We've actually been doing this for a long time. So, again, I will see depending on how I feel this next week. I'm going to a dance class, but I had a subscriber, one of you double majors, you commented saying that like somebody else basically does live videos as well, but they take off like the last week of every, like the last week they always take off. And and she said that I should do that just in order to make sure that I'm like, resting and staying consistent. And so I'm going to give it a try. My whole goal was to do 10 weeks consistently. I think I've done that, but we've had a lot of technical issues and stuff. So I think with everything else that I have going on, I think it'll give me just a good breather. Honestly, it's gonna feel like 2 seconds. Like when I didn't do the week during Christmas, it didn't even feel like it because I was still like, uploading and stuff. So next time I talk to you guys, we'll have a lot of things to catch up on. It'll be a regular community time, and I can't wait to speak to you all then. In the meantime, continue to be blessed, stay black if you are. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next community time. Love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.